Boy, howdy, folks. I don't. I guess we can start with the first half. If Brock does something, we'll talk about it. But this game was lost in the first half. It was lost in the first half. I'll have to go back and watch the tape. Like, I don't know if everybody legitimately quit and shut down. But when you scored again, it's 29-18. You got a chain of events where you get a phantom face max call after you go 3 and out. I don't know who 29 is. I'd ever seen it. It was like like a glancing blow to a face mask. The guy told Mike that he tackled him by it. But that's so late. But that seems like that was the point when it looked like the defense, everybody kind of shut down. That's really different. That's it's really difficult as a fan to sit here and watch this because you feel like maybe the players are starting to lose faith in the coaching staff after that first half. And I hope that's not true. But that first half was really tough to watch. I've been as hard on DJU as anyone. Been pretty hard on DJU. But I'll give a hand to DJU. He made some bad plays. He threw 3 picks in this game. But in that first half, they were having so much success running the ball with Toafili, running that RPO slant. They hit Morlock on the slot one, or on the down the seam one time on that RPO as a second read. Doing so many good things, big plays. And then you've had all this momentum, all these things going on. You've got a chance to tie it and then get the ball right back after the half. And you throw it on first down, don't get anything. Then you run it with Toafili on second down, and he gets you 6 yards down to the 4. And then you run you run speed option, quarterback off tackle with Lawrence Toafili, whatever you want to call that play, as the lead blocker on 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Toafili whiffs on the block, or he takes an inside track, and DJU isn't fast enough to keep up. Whatever the case may be, he's short. But kind of the issue we've had with DJ all year, and one of the problems in this offense, is his lack of mobility. And he is just not an effective runner at this point in time in his career. He looks like he's stuck in the mud. But it's not his fault. That's who he is. That's what he's shown consistently. I don't know what's happening in practice because I ain't there. But apparently he's out running linebackers and running people over in practice. But again, this isn't on DJU. I feel like he was just put in a terrible position. So you run with him on 3rd and 2nd, get stuffed, and then you go for it on 4th and goal, and you run. I don't know if it was the same exact play, but very similar, same thing with DJU. Now, every time you put him under center and did a QB sneak this year, you've got 2 yards. Every time I've seen it happen if they got the snap off. So if you knew you were in 4-down territory and you were going to run it with the quarterback twice, why didn't you put him under center and QB sneak it both times? Why does Toafili average 5 yards per carry on this entire year? Ups and downs of these teams, bad performance. He has consistently grabbed the rock and took it 5 yards down the field. Literally on 2nd down after you screwed up on 1st down, he took it and ran 5 yards down the field. Well, Toafili doesn't get the ball. He's the lead blocker. You have your best runner on the entire team lead blocking for the worst runner on your entire team 2 plays in a row on the effing goal line. And this guy Toafili is a tailback because supposedly you got to split it up and he can't be running back number 1. He's got to be the tailback. He can't get the carries. But you got him lead blocking on goal line? You think he's going to be better than your left freaking tackle? And so people want to put it on Toafili because he missed a block. I made a joke and said, well, he's probably pissed off because he didn't get the ball. And then I was told, yeah, well, that's sorry, and if that's true. And yeah, they were right. And I was like, well, he didn't say that. That's just me making a joke in the group chat. But, I mean, if I'm Toafili, I'm fuming. I don't understand. I've lost all faith in the coaching staff if I'm Toafili. He goes out there and makes plays. Every single play. If he doesn't get a positive play, he jams that thing in the line of scrimmage and gets stuck. So why every time it comes to a critical third down, goal line, are we running DJU or throwing it to DJ Morlock? That's another one. Morlock, oh my goodness. I mentioned he made that play in the seam, but that was it. That was another turning point. And that's why I say we lost this game in the first half. Because you come out there in the second half, DJU opens up with a beautiful pass, tipped, game over. At that point, like we told you guys, when you watched SMU last week, when they put up 66 against TCU, well, they only put up like 35 points on offense. They had 3 offensive touchdowns or 3 defensive touchdowns and special team touchdowns. And that's what happened when this game was close together in the first half. The defense was playing. They were making stops. They were giving us every opportunity. We were driving down there. But again, you give up a pick six. You give up a turnover inside your 10-yard line. They score on that. I believe they had 3 scores off turnovers. That was a big thing coming in. And they capitalized on everyone. It's tough. I'm not putting this whole game on DJU. You can't. I don't understand why can't you stick with what works? I don't understand the thing with Toafili. And I hate to keep going back to it, but he didn't touch the ball the first 2 games. First 3 games. And in the 4th game, he has 17 carries for 80 yards. He's 5 yards per carry on the year. You come in this game and he's running it just as well. You've got Cam in there battening down the hatches. And again, in that first half when we had all those opportunities, it's because they were sticking with the run. And even if it didn't go for a big play, you got guys wide open in the middle and behind the safety. But we get silly. We try to do all these things. I don't know, guys. It's so hard because there's third and Fuller is another thing. I get it. People pissed about it. I don't get it. I don't get why the play calling, what it is that teams are able to find. I think a lot of times on those, they're getting the defensive line isn't set and ready to go. Seems like when our defensive line is there and set and ready to go, they're making plays, they're attacking. But there were times tonight when the defensive line was trying to figure out where they're supposed to be lined up, and you got guys switching around, and the ball gets snapped. A lot of that happening. Timeouts having to be called on simple plays. We had a QB sneak for a first down, had to call a timeout. It's just really bad. It's bad all over. But this coaching staff has to. I don't know what they got to do, but Mike, man, those play calls on the goal line, man. I don't know. I don't understand it. Brock's in there with a bunch of freaking backups. If I was, you can't judge Brock of anything you see right now. That's my personal opinion on that. If you put TJU in this situation, off the bench with the backups in garbage time, oh my God. And don't get me wrong, to go back to what I said at the beginning, it's easy to harp on DJU because obviously Mike, it's you can look at, we missed on this guy. How come we didn't even offer this guy and look how he's balling out over here? Yeah, we picked the wrong one. We picked Ryan Leaf, to use an NFL comparison. But I don't know if any of those other guys, how much they would have been. This offensive play calling, man, it's crazy.